Okay, we're going to do a little introductory video on metric units, just so you get some idea or some benchmarks about what they mean. Metric units are used in Europe. They don't use the customary units of pounds and feet and gallons like in the US, and most people in science use metric units. And also people like your tools, if you're working on a car, are in metric units. When you measure medicine and when nurses and doctors measure measurement, they use metric units. So it's important that you understand these units. Okay, the basic units of measurement in the metric system are the meter for length, the gram for mass or weight, and the liter for liquid capacity. All other units of length, mass, and capacity in the system are related by powers of 10. I'm just going to give you a few reference points so you can get an idea when they're talking about metric units, what it looks like. So when we're doing length, millimeter is very, 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 very small. I can show you on this ruler here. A millimeter is just the distance between the two lines right here. It's a very short distance. So you can see that's what you use when you measure the distance between spark plugs on a motorcycle or weed eater or something. It's a very, very small distance. Centimeter, again, I can show you here. It takes 10 millimeters to make a centimeter, so it's this distance here, that's a centimeter. It's less than an inch. It's about a half an inch. So we could put, it's almost a half inch. Almost a half inch. Meter now, it's not on yours. I forgot to type it in. So if you could write meter over here, because you don't probably have a space for it there. And a meter is a little more than a yard. A little more. So it's a little more than 3 feet. So make sure you put meter in. And then a kilometer is a length of 11 football fields about, and it is a little bit more than a half a mile. That's the longest measurement they have in metric for length. Now when we go to capacity, the two main ones that they use in capacity are a milliliter, which is very, very small. A small spoon holds about 5 milliliters. This one is used when people are measuring dosages of medicine and things like that. And then a liter, you guys know when you get those bottles of soda to drink, the small bottle is 1 liter and the big bottle is 2 liters. It's a little more than a quart. Then when we're talking about mass or weight, a milligram is so light, it's like the mass of a mosquito. And a gram is like the weight or mass of a paper clip. So these are very small measurements. And then a kilogram is about the mass of a textbook, and it's about 2.2 pounds, just to give you some sort of idea. So let's look at these situations here and see if you can figure out which one we'd use. If we're talking about the capacity of a small bottle, would you measure it? And you know what capacity means liters, first of all. Is it going to be milliliters, kiloliters, or liters? Which one do you think it is? I'll give you a little bit of time here. Okay, so let's see. We know that a liter is one of those soda bottles. So a kiloliter, if we took the big soda bottles, it would take 500 of the big soda bottles to make a kiloliter. So that one really doesn't make sense if we're talking about a small bottle. And you know a liter is like the bottle of soda, but it says it's small. So we're going to use milliliter for that one because it's a small bottle. The height of an oak tree, is it going to be centimeters, kilometers, or meters? Okay, so let's look. Would you measure a tree with this distance here? It would take an awful lot of those to measure the height of a tree. Do you think your oak tree is going to be close to half a mile long or within that range? That would be one heck of an oak tree. So it's going to be meters. And then the last one, the mass of an adult bullfrog. Well, we know a milligram. Take a lot of mosquitoes to come up to the weight of a big old bullfrog. Same thing with grams. Gram only weighs about paper clips, so we're going to say it's a kilogram. Even if it's less than 2 pounds, it's going to be closer to 2 pounds than it is to something else.